Interesting. Now I can access a secret zone. Interesting. This one, I think, yeah, it disappears. We can access the secret zone that we were talking about some minutes ago. Well then, we'll do a bit of a change of plans then. Let me finish this one, the Killjoy. Let me explore this section, which is the last one that we haven't explored, and then let's get to the secret area. I want to see what's behind that gate. It seems to be unlocked now. Alright, let's do that. I want to be extremely organized, because otherwise it's easy to leave an area and not have all of the quests. So let's get over there. Besides, I need to kill something after all of this peaceful. It was an infidelity mission, and his wife was about to kill him. But after this quiet quest, let's get to it, people. So, as I was mentioning, I love how the game developers knew about the usual way in which we generally handle elemental resistances in this game through the passive stats of our loot. Pretty much think about Borderlands, as I've said, Hellgate London, World of Warcraft, The Witcher, any modern Skyrim, any modern RPG, and you'll see that elemental resistances are something that is essentially a passive stat within the gear you loot, and that favors a more passive approach to an elemental system of resistances. The developers of Sacred 2 clearly knew about this, because the amulet that I just showed you, that it took me so much time to loot, does increase my elemental resistances. So they knew about the usual passive system, but they went above and beyond. And they created a second layer of complexity, which increases the abstract intricacies of elemental resistances. It forces me to constantly be swapping with the relics. They effectively turned the elemental resistances system of the game into an active part of combat. The defense aspect of combat is handled through that, besides our physical armor. So it's impressive. It talks about the ingenuity of the developers over at Ascaron, because I think it's unique to this game. I cannot think about many games in which you can change, or you are actually meant to change, your elemental resistances on the go. Like this, as I've showed you. See how it increases? I cannot think of any other example, so that talks a lot about the ingenuity in terms of the innovation category of the analysis that the developers had within the creation of Sacred 2. As I've said, I think it's an extremely positive aspect because of those two arguments. It adds complexity, and more complexity means a deeper abstract thinking on the player. Like, it forces the player to have more abstract thoughts to be effective in combat. Complexity as a whole in games, in combat systems, sorry, not in games as in general, but in the combat gameplay mechanics of the game. So yes, essentially I think it's positive because it adds that complexity, and second, because of the innovation, people. Because of the innovation, it's not common to stumble upon a game in which the player can directly manipulate the elemental resistances on the fly. And thanks to that, thanks to the fact that the elemental resistances can be actively, contrary to a passive system, which would be just having the passive stats through the loot, thanks to that, thanks to the active way in which we can directly manipulate the elemental resistances, the game is much more rich. It's richer. Why? Because it opens up the possibility of countering enemy attack types in real time, as opposed to being a passive stat, which isn't real time. It's essentially a frozen stat that you don't interact with. Think about all of the RPGs that you played, people. You played a lot of RPGs. The same with me, World of Warcraft, as I've said, The Witcher, Baldur's Gate. Think about all of the RPGs that you played. It doesn't matter. Classic RPG, MMORPG, modern RPG, isometric action RPG. It doesn't matter the genre. RPGs in general don't have this unique active system of elemental resistances which allow the player to have that control of countering enemies. I'll give you an example. A perfect example. I'll use Borderlands as an example. As I've said, Borderlands has a pretty similar system with the 4 elemental resistances. The same with Hellgate London, which is the predecessor. As we know, we analyzed that one last year. They all have passive elemental stat systems. This game, thanks to the active system, think about Borderlands. You just loot the best gear, and that's it. And that's it. And you don't have to worry about actively countering the elemental resistances in real time.
Get out of the sun.
Give me a second, let me clear the area. You don't have to worry about that. It's amazing, and I have to praise it, that the developers over at Ascaron found a way, a unique way, to open up the possibility of countering elemental types of attacks in real time. That's we shouldn't take that for granted, people. I hate it when game reviewers ignore all of these subtle aspects of games, because these subtle aspects are the ones that give the game a unique. Hey, there's another quest. Let me call my spider. Let me call my spider. Anyways, we've already cleared this road. Those subtle mechanics, those subtle but deeply abstract gameplay mechanics are the ones that make the difference, people. They are the ones that make the difference. Think of how many RPGs we play in our lives and how many of them, damn it, it's about to die, how many of them have a unique system such as this one. Think about it for a second and think how unique, and there you'll realize how unique the elemental resistances system that Sacred 2 has. There it is, there's a quest. Alright, we have a lot of Templar Knights here. We need to clear the area. Let me first attract all of them. There we go, and now get rid of them. There we go. So yes, those subtle and stupid and seemingly stupid things are the ones, those subtle things, those subtle gameplay elements are the ones that make games special and unique. In the case of this game, I'm constantly reviewing it and highlighting those subtle aspects. But imagine I'm not doing that. Imagine we're talking about a reviewer who doesn't pay attention to that. He would barely mention this, and I think it's a tragedy. Because it's a unique system. I can counter elemental resistances in real time. So yes, just like the internal clock timer that the game has, which is another incredible idea because it adds a lot of replayability. because it adds warn our officer. Those villains, it was an ambush. They came out of the blue. We were looking for the Crusades base. Please warn our officer. We can't allow any more mention. Sorry. Yeah, but we were here for this quest, so let's get into the forest. May the goddess guide you through the forest. Yes, that one is from Divinity Original Sin. Let's get through the forest, shall we? I mean, their base is here. I mean, I see two crossed flaming swords. I think it's very evident where they are, Chief, huh? It does look like their encampment. Alright, well, finally we'll know what these brutes are doing here. Hey, I see a settlement up ahead. Let's explore this area. See, for example, the spiders deal poison damage. And the game actively forces me to do this. If I don't do this, I'll take a lot of extra damage. That active engagement of the combat gameplay mechanics. Ah, it's a T-Energy lake. Interesting. There's the herbs. T-Energy mutated spiders. We have to kill them. Let me bring all of them here. Let me activate my defenses. Damn it, I should have done that after my cooldown was done. My bad. There we go. So yes, just like the internal clock system, for those of you who may be joining us over at YouTube, if you are watching this as a YouTube pod, part number 20, for some reason you are not watching the previous 19 parts of our journey through Sacred 2, the game does have an internal clock system, and it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing, because the more you stay alive, the better you perform, and the more time you stay alive. As you can see here, you get bonus stats. However, enemies as well, increasing their damage, their base damage, the type of their attacks, their level, and all of those things. The game gets harder as you don't die. It's incredible, because just as I mentioned that some streams ago, that it adds a lot of replayability and complexity to the gameplay mechanics, because as you can see, enemies are one level above me. And all of what I've said, that they increase their attack, damage, and all of that. But however, you get better loot as you don't die, and you progress, and you stay alive. So it encourages the player to improve in a subtle but active way. Generally, in games, in RPG games, we just improve through leveling up people and through gear. They are all passive ways of improving your overall rotation and your combat abilities and the damage output you deal. But the game, somehow, the developers of the game, this game must have taken a lot of time to develop, because it has a lot of ideas like that force the player to improve in an organic and active way. That's why the game is so engaging. The game has a lot of objectively metaphysical reasons why it's engaging, because it encourages an active attitude rather than passive. You want to get better at the game, learn the gameplay mechanics, not just loot the best gear. Get down the gameplay mechanics correctly, learn them, master them. Not just loot the best gear. Now, one could argue that that's the case for all games, but in this game, if we extrapolate that idea to this game, it's enhanced. It's extremely enhanced, because as I've said, enemies will always match your level. I made this comparison before, but it's worth doing it again. Think about World of Warcraft. What happens if you go back to the initial area where you started your quest in World of Warcraft, the initial area of your character, You go back after leveling up to level 50, 30, whichever you like. Whichever you like, after playing the game for some weeks.
Bring Elvis back to
You will one-shot all enemies. There's no challenge in that. In this game, you can go back to the initial zone, and since mobs match your level, you can go back and do the side quests that you didn't do. Not in this case because we're doing a 100% completion and I'm totally clearing the areas. But imagine we are not playing like that. And you would be able to go back and have a decent challenge with the world bosses, for example, of the first area, just like we saw in the previous stream when I killed the T-Energy Dragon world boss. That was a perfect example of what I'm describing in action. I could go back to the initial area, kill the world boss that I couldn't kill some 2 weeks ago, and since I had improved my skill tree, since I had improved my knowledge of the game, I could end up killing the boss. That would have been impossible. That's what we need to understand. That all of that would have been impossible. The fight against the T-Energy Dragon War Boss would have never existed without the internal scaling system of the game. A subtle way of encouraging replayability. That's when you realize that the developers of the game are masters of the genre. When they introduce inventions, they are not physical inventions, like for example a spoon. In this case, they are abstract inventions because video games are not physical things.
Some nerve, human.
A developer has mastered the genre when they can create inventions that are so subtle that the player doesn't realize that they have changed his life while playing the game. The paradigm of the conceptions that the player has when he starts playing the game. It completely turns the previous paradigms of what the player has in his mind before playing the game. Developers that are masters of a genre, like in this case, they turn them upside down. In this case, what I've been mentioning, clear example, implementing an internal scaling system that rewards the player for not dying. That's something that we don't see generally in modern games. For example, or the active elemental resistance system. This leads me to another important topic related to this. Why is it that nowadays we don't get games with a lot of, I don't want to use the word hardcore, but generally hardcore ideas, like this one, like rewarding the player for playing the game in an efficient way, not dying. But yeah, that's essentially the case. They are more hardcore, they are more complex, contains a gamer's social life. Pretty good one. The great references. Yeah, the game has a lot of philosophical and amazing references in its graveyards. That's why I stopped here. Let's do the graveyard and then let's continue with what I've been mentioning about the hardcore mechanics in modern games. Hodge, there is so much good in the worst of us and so much bad in the best of us that it hardly behooves any of us to talk about the rest of us. Pretty good one. Hunter's note. Duck means head down. Yeah, of course, not the animal you are hunting for. Never bite that what might bite you back. Time flies like an arrow. Fruit flies like a banana. They're pretty good. Note to self. The messenger said, dragons don't need dentists. Not, don't eat dentists. Good one. Quote, this statue levitates in the air. Looks beautiful. Quote, we love bagger reports. Bag reports. Bag reports. Yeah. Yeah, dragons are always right. Yeah, not the one that I killed in the previous stream. Make sure the kids haven't swapped your real sword for a toy one before you go adventuring. Here lies my beloved husband. I miss him a lot, especially since he never told me where he hid all his money. God damn it. God damn it. So yeah, that's essentially... Hello, this isn't funny anymore. I remember that some of the original references in the first graveyard that I explored were, don't laugh, you'll be here soon. Player, don't laugh, you'll be here soon. Sheesh, now they take me seriously. that one is pretty profound and terrible. At least my art is worth something now. True. You are in a queue, please wait as we value your business. She cooked me a meal to die for. Okay. Beneath this stone my wife doth that lie. Now she's at rest and so am I. God damn it. God damn it, people. God damn it. Poison damage. Careful.
Blood ended with blood. Can you feel death now?
There's nothing more to be said, as we only speak well of the dead. I came into this world without my consent and left in the same manner. Here lies the town clockmaker. He ran out of time. Lazy by nature, he finally finished something he started. Okay. Here lies Doctor A. Kula. Died of a heart attack during a visit to the local blood bank. Hey, skeleton mage. Pretty good. Doctor, go back to the grave. I need to use this Lodge Spirit. There we go. It talks a lot. So as I was mentioning, people. Nowadays gameplay mechanics in a lot of modern games, not all of them, of course. No, I'm not condemning all games at all. That's not the idea. There are a lot of amazing modern games, but it's true that on average, gameplay mechanics don't have the degree of innovation that we used to stumble upon so frequently back in the early 2000s, like in the case of Sacred 2. It's a long debate that we all have our arguments for or against it, but yes, in my case, I would say, in my opinion, I would say that
I really should clean up in here sometime.
that I have arguments to say that modern games, on average, the gameplay mechanics are much less complex. Note to self, never stop to ask an orc for directions.
Room left for that.
She was young and she was fair until the orcs cut off all her hair. Grape, don't blame the river when you fall into the water. I was married by a judge. I should have asked for a jury. Groucho Marx. A hero is no braver than an ordinary man, but he is braver 5 minutes longer. I remember that one. That was fun. That one I knew about that. Consciousness, that annoying time between naps. Why are there 5 syllables in the word monosyllabic? Oh, no. True. Helen Wade is now in charge of all rush orders. If you're in a hurry, just go to Helen Wade. Well, I think we are done, unless this is a crypt. Hey, we have a dungeon! We have a dungeon, people. We have a dungeon. And it's full of zombies. Look at that. We have a dungeon and it's full of zombies. Look at that.
Justifies all means.
So,
Can't carry that any
Hey, they killed my doppelganger, careful. And the game fucking crashed right now. Shit. How much? 2 hours. It lasted for 2 hours. Well, I guess that's better than my previous, than our previous, uh, record. Let's say. Yeah, pretty much. We have to wait for it to restart. Yeah, there we go. Sorry, nothing I could do about it, but well, at least I made it last for 2 hours this time. I'm trying kind of like a different compatibility mode. Kind of like I removed all of the compatibility and full screen optimizations, and it looks as if it has had a positive, a bit more of a positive performance so far. So good, good people, good. So as I was mentioning, on average, modern games have dropped in terms of complexity. You don't see this ingenuity anymore. And I think that's negative. That's completely negative because when games have a lot of complexity in terms of the gameplay system, don't worry, it doesn't have sound. I've implemented that so I don't have a copyright strikes over ads. Not striked. Copyright warning over at YouTube. Sometimes YouTube, the game has the built-in song of Blind Guardian in it, and it's a real song from a real band, and essentially it it causes the copyright to trigger. It causes the copyright to trigger. So yes, we'll activate. Don't worry. Now I'll give you the sound back. Hopefully I can do it without before they can kill me. I need my doppelganger now.
I will redeem you.
There we go, and we were more or less let me activate my divine gift so we can get rid of him. Come over here, come over here. So we can be killed by the divine gift. Go. Good. Good. Alright, where were we? We were at that dungeon. We were doing that dungeon, sorry. My bad.
I don't have any room left for that.
We're gonna loot a lot of interesting things. Someday we need to read the books. Perhaps we can do it today. Seeing how we're exploring, we are cleaning up this section of the map. Seems pretty relaxed, this section of the map to clear. So yes. So yeah, there we go. We were at this random dungeon. Now we go back to fire damage, to fire resistance, fire damage. All of my damage is fire and physical. Let me see. A lot of mutated spiders. Let me change back to poison. Let me go back into that graveyard. You can clean them like this. Clean them. Clean the area. Arthamak's refuge. So the cemetery does have an A. Is the doppelganger dead now? Oh, there it is. Well, alright. Let me save anyways. Military justice is to justice what military is. Procrastination is the art of keeping up with yesterday. Oh damn it. I did not have 3,000 pairs of shoes. I had 1,060.
Mercy does not happen.
I distrust camels, and anyone else who can walk can go a week without a drink. Pretty good one. So, we were at the entrance of that graveyard here. Let me clear the area.
Justifies all means. Into the dust,
Go.
human. Into the dust, human. Fearing scum. Repent.
Let's play one quickly,
Your
and then let's.
death came
Okay.
almost too
So yeah, for today I wanted to analyze that what I've been mentioning, the elemental system of the game, the elemental system of the game, the elemental stat system of the game. So yes, people.
even in death.
Change to poison. These are zombies.
Recognize your mistake. Mind your head.
There we go. Should have the upper hand here. They don't have any fire resistance. Zombie warrior. Okay. Damn it. What kind of problem does the game have with this? What kind of problem does the game have with that dungeon? Constantly crashing when I enter that dungeon. What's wrong with that dungeon? It's truly cursed. The crash only happened when I entered that dungeon. Curious. Curious, absolutely curious, people. Absolutely curious. Why did the game crash when it systematically crash? It systematically crashes when I enter that dungeon. Interesting. By now I would have had 1,000 copyrights because of the initial song of the game. Right. So yeah, that's what I wanted to comment today. That the elemental system, the extra layer of complexity of the elemental system of the game. So I think that today we can complete all of the coast, complete all of the northern coast of Ancaria. Good. Hey, so the game does remember if you save. Okay, it did save where I was. Let me get in there again. I know you cannot hear the game. Don't worry. Now I'll do it. Hey, I even remember that I had killed the zombies. No, that was way too much to ask. There we go. Well, now let's see if we can proceed through here without the game crashing. I guess. Pretty please. Let's say pretty please to the game, so it doesn't crash. So yeah, that extra layer of complexity that I wanted to highlight today. So keep it in mind. Very important. Very important because as I've said, it has an extra layer of complexity that we don't find in more games. Hey, an ominous tomb. Oh, they will now. See, that's the idea. I first have to kind of like mark the enemy with a dislodged spirit, and then sarcophagi. Any loot? Any juicy and good loot for me? No. Any juicy loot for old Eraser? For good old Eraser? There we go. Go, perfect. Okay. Got a satanic circle here, but nothing at all. Mounted Royal Guard. Nothing. Well, there's some. Here lies Sandolf Kramer, architect at the court of King Karl France. Or France. Cannot access that zone. Fate has to do with things that are not seen, and hope with things that are not at hand. Okay, but I cannot access that zone. Maybe if I step on that thing, perhaps. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. A special loot.
Do not defile the banner of the Inquisition.
Looks like a dead end. Mounted Royal Guard. Doesn't even tell me whose tomb this is. But well, doesn't matter. Okay. No loot. That's an empty dungeon. Shouldn't have entered here. I mean, the game crashed so many times for no apparent purpose. Toronto Intel, this is a grave development. No! Bye. Let me get out of here. Let's continue exploring the place.
Repent, child. Repent.
Enough! Poor Jack always got it backwards. It's Luke, then leap. No, damn it. Look here. What do you mean they haven't invented parachutes yet? How was I to know that the outdoor plane toilet was a joke? Alright, let's get out of the cemetery. Explore the rest of the place and then let's go to the volcano. Like this, we're never gonna finish the game at this rate, people. Oh my god. Hey, interesting. Alright, let's explore this section of the map. Looks like they're killing each other all over the place. There we go. Buff yourself up as much as you'd like, but pretty good physics here. That effect there of the water, pretty difficult to find nowadays. Pretty amazing. Quite realistic, amazing graphical effects of the game. Generally, the graphics department of the game, I haven't focused a lot on that because it's so amazing that, I mean,
I will hold sway.
it's so incredible that generally there's not much to criticize or observe other than that it's amazing. For a game that was developed released back in 2008, the game is absolutely amazing. It looks better than some modern games, in fact. There we go, poison damage. Shut up. That guy is following us all over the place. I wonder what side quest this guy is related to, so we can drop him once and for all. We'll see. Pretty much a dead end as far as I can tell.
Heretic.
pretty much rats attacking spiders. No. Fortunately, my spider mount does emit a sound when getting killed. Good.
Powerful you may be, but you are also stupid.
They are all on fire, people. They are all burning up.
First, I will make you bleed.
And there we go. That was the last one. Pretty much.
Does that hurt, heretic?
Okay, there we go. Thank you. Let's go back over there. Let's go back over there. Because we want to explore the far corners of the map.
I will redeem you.
There we go.
I will hold sway over you, creature.
And there we go. There we go, there we go. Explore this last section of the map. And yeah, this is pretty much the limit. Where is my doppelganger? There. What's this sound? I don't think there's anything over there. Nothing at all. It's just the center of that's the center of
Powerful you may be.
that small forest, pretty much. Pretty much just the center of that small forest. Good. Now we enter through here. What the? Oh, that's how they kill my mount the last 3 times. Turtle, mutated turtle. Follow. Here. There we go. Look at that, civilization, people. Civilization, guys. With a quest. Yes, with a quest. Olmetsdorf. I'm sure I forgot something. Of course you wouldn't know what I'm forgetting either. Come back later. I hope it'll come back to me in the meantime. Alright, delayed quest. Okay, let's follow the coast. Let's follow the coast. There we go. Yes, profit. Finally, we're back at 3 million. Thank you. Feels so good. Two-handed. To hell with it. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Tuck, 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 tuck. Check. And there we go. Pretty good. Defense value plus 8%. Pretty good. Thank you. Ah, it's a tavern. In the middle of nowhere. Let's see. Hi. How's it going here?
Yes.
How's it going in here?
I think the noble elves also love their own sex.
Okay, that's it. Pretty much nothing else. We are at the edge of the map and and nothing at all. So let's continue our journey. Let's explore the place. Careful with the spiders, they are responsible for killing my mounts because of that bleeding and that poison shit damage they do.
Justifies all means.
Going. Thank you, but looks like this is the edge of the map. Pretty much, that's the village. No secrets at all. Ah, yeah, there's a secret. It's the only way to enter this place. This is stable. Ah, you could enter through here. Just a stable, people. Nothing else. So
Mutant, give your energy to me.
what just happened? I teleported and I summoned my doppelganger by accident. There we go.
I am all powerful.
Yeah, now my rotation is a bit better. I need to level up the other one. The what's it called? The glacering maelstrom. Even if it's useless, it's my base damage, so I need to level that one up. So I think this is the edge of the map, pretty much, guys.
Powerful you may be, but you are
I
also
think pretty much it's the edge of the map.
in your head.
Careful, careful with these mutated spiders. Yeah, pretty much. We are at the edge. Remember, we are doing a 100% completion. And I have... that involves exploring all of these zones. Then we'll go to the... as soon as I finish, we'll go to the volcano. The volcano island. So let's see. Yeah, we should just follow the road and diverge the path a bit. I'm sure there has to be some kind of side questing in here. Otherwise, what's the point of, you know, placing a road without any kind of purpose? There has to be some... careful, that's how your mount dies. 101, how your mount dies. So yeah, today we analyzed the complexity of and the ingenuity and the innovation of the elemental stat system of the game so far, with that extra layer of complexity that I have been constantly mentioning. So yes, for today I wanted to explore that. As for the rest, we explored all of the northernmost section of Eastern,
Powerful you may be.
Eastern, Northern Ancaria, to be precise. So yeah, with that we have all of the Eastern zone explored. We all have a side quest, so I think we are clear to continue to that volcano as soon as we finish clearing this zone. Yeah, this leads you to East Skukmanchak. Damn it, clearly the developers of the game are German. That's a very German name, I guess. Okay, so let's see. The good thing about our unique mount is that you can use all of your abilities while riding it. Remember that when we had the horse, we couldn't do that. That's a huge improvement because it allows you to explore the terrain much faster. Like, you don't have to, unless you are getting killed, you don't have to, like that, you don't have to dismount to explore the terrain. Let's see. So yes, as for today, the complexity of what I've said, of the extra layer of the abstract elemental resistance system of the game, I think it's quite positive as a conclusion. So yeah. Right, so yeah, for today I wanted to explore the relic system and its influence on the elemental stat system of the game, and the innovation that it brings to the table, in the sense that it's a unique twist on the classic RPG formula of having your gear just passively providing you bonuses. I love that the game... What's this? Ah, you can cross like this. Very useful. I love that the game added, the developers of the game added that extra layer of complexity that makes the game unique. Kind of like, I can increase my elemental resistances in that active way that I've been describing. Like, it's not just a passive stat coming from the loot system. It allows the player to actively engage in his own defense. Kind of like when I change my relics down there, they increase my resistance. Pretty amazing. Hey, we leveled up. Let me distribute my skill points and talents. And build. Let me get rid of all of this, and we will do this. Quite interesting. I have a lot of extra vitality. Thanks to, I think I looted something that has that one, +9 vitality, so... yeah, we are getting 2 attribute points per level now, instead of 1. Interesting. Quite interesting. We are getting two attribute points per level, rather than 1 when we level up, so good. Let's do, let's drop all on concentration, since I haven't paid a lot of attention to that one. And yeah, that will reduce our... For now, I'll do this, and in the case of this one, we'll drop them on intelligence, so it's exactly 200. Then the next one I'll drop on dexterity, so we have 200, 203, 283. Remember, naming conventions in this game follow classic Dungeons and Dragons mechanics, in the sense that, as I've said, defense rating is actually evasion. Good. What's our cooldown? 13.1. Now that's sweet. We're making progress there, guys. We're making progress. It dramatically dropped from 17 to 13. I think it also has to do with... Hey, there's a quest there. Knew it. See, I'm not that stupid. I'm not stupid, there was a quest there. Ah, the Fiery Crusaders.
Take your place in the army of the dead. No mercy on heretics.
There we go. What the? It's an enclosed area. What? Go here?
They are real fiends.
See the raving thrust, no, the raving thrust, the clustering maelstrom does deal a bit of damage at least. Pretty good to know about that. What was that area? I just saw a secret, somehow secret area with a quest there. What the? No, we've been here. What the? No, we've been here. There we go. No, 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 people, we've been here. It's through here. Over there, there's a side quest. Dead. They're all dead. That's bad news. Yes, it's true. This unholy crusade, which is what they call themselves, has been giving us a hard time lately. Thank you for this warning. Now I have to think about what to do.
That was almost too easy.
The unholy crusade. Destroy 20 crusade, kill 20 crusaders. None of the patrols and have dispatched come back. Crusade stronger than I thought. Well, let's you say. Well, we'll weaken them. Aviation. We'll weaken them. We just have to call those. We just have to kill those guys. There. There we go. Let's kill those guys. We can complete that quest anywhere else. I just want to explore the whole map. And that should be it pretty much. Good. We have plenty of them to kill here. Let's see. Everyone who wants to kill me, please this way. Now we do this. Seven instantly with an instant cooldown, of course. I love how my build is most effective the more surrounded I am. It's more effective as I am surrounded, because the cooldowns are even lower. Damn it, they forced me to use a potion. Congratulations. A single potion. Ah, they got mages. We already have the kills. Time for another divine gift. Get rid of them. Feel the fury of Testa.
Into the dust, human.
Good. Easy. Easy, fast and smooth. Easy, fast and smooth. So you really were successful. Good. That's actually very good. This your well-deserved reward for now.
The mission was a great success.
Let me guess. To storm their main base now. One of the patrols of scouts actually came back and reported to me that a ritual is supposed to take place somewhere near here. There is an incantation spot where, somewhere out there, where large numbers of crusaders are lurking about. It would appear that they were just about to conjure up a demon. Let's see if we can locate this place. Maybe we'll be able to destroy some of the crusaders. Hey, demons! We're getting into demons. Ah, anyways, I have to go over there. Perfect. Perfect. As we do the quest, I'm also exploring the zone of the game that I wanted to explore. Damn it. God damn it, the game today doesn't want to behave. It lasted 2 hours and now it's gone crazy somehow. I don't like this. I don't like this. Um, let me just change the compatibility mode, I guess. Has to be that. because I went back to kind of like default. I went back to the default compatibility of the game. Compatibility. Compatibility mode. We'll try. No. Windows Vista Service Pack 2. That's it. We'll try that. Wait, run as administrator. That should do it. Okay. So back to it. Well, today we explored a huge chunk of the territory, kind of like the rest of the zones of northeastern Ancaria. Damn it, the game is so massive that exploring a single zone of it can take you days. I mean days. The streams last for roughly 3 hours, but yeah. It can take you a lot of time. It can take you a lot of time. It's a huge game, people. It's a huge game. Okay. Yeah, I should remember to keep this up with so the copyright doesn't bother me over at YouTube. Kind of like having it silenced until if the game wouldn't crash it with if the game wouldn't crash this had the game not crashed so many times, this wouldn't be a problem because I wouldn't need to turn down the volume since the copyright is in the volume. Yeah, the mastery at 70 point. This is about mastery bonus. Items that increase the skill value level rings. Don't count. Careful, they don't count, huh? Towards the mastery bonus. So you have to drop 75 total. Okay. Alright, there we go. Alright. Where were we? Don't tell me we had to restart the quest. So I'm in this game. It's testing my patience. Let's follow the road. Probably didn't register the quest objective. So I'm in. Because I think the objective was over there. And the objective was a bit more to the north. That means we have to kill all those 20 guys again. Well, it shouldn't take me that much. But the cooldown of my divine gift, it does remember it.
I will hold sway over you, creature. Mutant, give your energy to me.
There. Maybe I have to turn in the previous quest. Yeah, right. We're entering the other way around. Yeah. Getting there. I cannot understand it honestly. The game lasted 2 hours. And it crashes instantly. The demonic.
Call me a bad
There we
wolf
go.
because I'm solving
And this
your
time I'm saving.
problems.
Fire. There we go. Ah, it's easy. I just have to go around
Into the dust, human.
this forest.
Do not confuse bravery with
Here we go.
madness.
You want to die so badly. There you have it.
Don't you dare to soil my
Where's the demonic ritual taking place? Where is it? Where is it? Demonic ritual.
I have reached my destination.
Perfect.
What is going to happen now?
Ah, good. Right in the middle of the mess.
Fearless.
Come on.
Repent. You have some nerve, human. Slave.
My cooldowns are gonna work quite fast. Yeah,
Off with you.
they are gonna work smoothly. Well, if the game doesn't crash with me killing so many of them at the same time.
Into the dust, human.
Also consider the reflection damage that I'm dealing.
Take your place in the army of the dead. Damn. Nothing but a fool.
You have no idea because it's invisible the amount of damage that I'm reflecting. Alright, demonic ritual, unholy crusader, demon conjurer. Come on, conjure up your demons. I guess you had no time. Everyone's dead. Have Kratos analyze the scroll. Kratos, that's a good direct reference. He had a scroll with him. Let me see. This does not bode well. We have to analyze the scroll as soon as possible. Who knows what this unholy crusade has up its sleeve. Go to Kratos. He's one of the best demonologists in the land. Take him the scroll so you can decipher it. Okay.
For the gods.
See, there was a quest line hidden in all of this mess of a zone. There was a quest line hidden in here. Was this an abandoned house or what? I will be in here. Follow the road to the left. I'll never get tired of that animation. Or this one.
Only need to help. Another offering.
There we go. This one over here.
Can you feel death now?
I'm saving quite regularly. I should back up my save file, you know, people. I should eventually back up my character save file. Otherwise it's end of the story for me. End of the story for the stream as well.
Senselessly slaughtered.
I need to back it up.
Pain. Get out of the sun, human. fully stocked.
Go. Sorry, I'm getting lost. Ah, yeah, with the local map. We'll do it with the local map.
Confuse bravery with madness.
Spider, this way please. One of Ankaria's glorious heroes. Oh, very Nova, good. Got it.
Thank you. The next fight will be easy now.
Change to poison resistance. No. I hate it when they force me to dismount. Yes, the graphical effects have been fixed since I changed the NVIDIA physics engine. At least the rain, you'll see it. You'll see it perfectly. Okay, the spiders attack each other and the crusaders attack the spiders. Kind of like convenient for us, I guess. There we go.
This won't be easy for you.
A settlement. I know this is Arthamak. I know it's their. Of course, we'll leave that zone unexplored because it's their stupid encampment.
There is no room here for humans. Into the dust, human.
There we go. Oh well, to hell with it. Let's explore the place. Hell with it. Let's explore the place. Anyways. I love it. There's less enemy density variety, enemy density here than back there. Anyways, we have to go through here. That section of the forest is the last part that we haven't explored. And this is it, people. We've explored all of this zone.
Your death came almost too
Before the game
easily.
crashes again. Gets crazy and crashes again. Can I get through this forest? Nope.
Don't have room for this item.
There seems to be any structure over there. See what else we have in here.
Into the
Several
dust,
structures.
human.
What are these? Rat goblin. Alright, let's kill them all in here.
Smash you.
There we go.
Heretic. Don't have room for this item.
Yep, I need to clear up my inventory a bit. Give me the real fun. No training can save you from my new skill set. I reflect all damage. Have some legendaries to sell there. Good people. Hey, we got a quest. Shadow Shelly, how did you manage to find me? Oh, I was casually exploring the whole place, so there was no way I wouldn't find you. How did you manage to find me? Oh, my sweet Azrael Sentia. What a good raven. A letter for me. Ah yes, the invitation to the Herbalists Conference. that is good news in this. Hey, that's the crow that we stumbled upon at the beginning of the stream, like, witching about. Yeah, it's the first mission that we got at the beginning of the stream. Look at that, people. How it was related to this zone. And we started... I think it was over here, I don't know. Let's move it. It was kind of like completely random, huh? I didn't know that the quest would end there. So far we've done a lot today. We've explored this whole section. We analyzed the influence of the elemental resistances on the gameplay mechanics and all. So I'm quite satisfied with everything that we've explored today, ladies and gentlemen. This has to be the edge, I guess. This is part of a forest.
Army of the dead.
Yeah, indeed. Spider? This way, please. There you are, you cute little spider. Alright, let's explore that last bit there. And let's go back to the secret zone. Let's go back to that secret zone that we stumbled upon some hours ago. That I couldn't enter. And because I didn't have the quest or something like that. Let's go back to that zone. Now that we've analyzed everything. Don't worry, I won't begin with my crazy off topics. Yeah, we can go back there. We've already explored everything. And we can leave everything ready for the, for next time. Because I want to enter that volcano next time. Let me change to ice resistance. Thank you. Yeah, this zone has a pretty dense enemy spawn. It has a high enemy spawn density. Let's head over to that secret zone at the end of the map that we couldn't access at the beginning of the stream while I was analyzing the elemental resistances. Let's get over there. I think it's a secret zone. I mean... I think it's a secret zone, I mean... There we go. Look at that. Look at that. Clustering Maelstrom is not that bad. Even though it's physical damage and most enemies do have a physical damage resistance. So, yeah, most of the attack is kind of like not the most effective type of damage, but when we are surrounded by enemies, it kind of like somehow gets the damage from the collisions or something like that. Is in the description. Kind of like most of the damage caused by Clustering Maelstrom comes from the physics collision of enemies rather than the initial damage itself. Alright, there we go. Also, our skill tree is working smoothly since I revamped it. Like, now I reflect most of the damage, and at least 50%. And I don't take that much damage. Like... There we go. And I think that new stat that I commented at the beginning of the stream, the death blow chance below 38.4% of my opponent's life. That's also pretty amazing. What was it? Opponent's health for death blow. That new stat that is provided by the new stuff that I looted during the weekend, it's pretty good. There it is. We have a quest. We'll be able to access the secret area, people. See? Yeah, I wanted to do this today because we got to this zone today. I want to kind of like complete all of the quest lines, today if I can. Ghost Guard, stop! You may not pass. We are at war with the neighboring barony, Girl Ghosts. We are under strict orders to not let anyone pass without the explicit consent of the Baron.
Task has been accomplished.
Ghost Village. Can I get through now? We're getting into uncharted territory here, huh? It's full of ghosts. Don't worry, I have my ice resistance. Ah, that one dealt magic damage, I need to be careful. Oh, it's still locked. Then I need permission from the Baron. Let me guess, the Baron is that guy over at Lost Watch, over at that secret area. Hold on a second, we'll solve this mystery today, people. If I can deduce what kind of mission that is, of course. Pretty nice Easter egg there. Kratos the Demonologist. Pretty nice Easter egg there. Kratos calling the Demonologist Kratos. By the way, I don't want to get in one of my rants, but do you remember, people, how good the original God of War trilogy was? Ah, the Trials of Archimedes. Those were legendary. Those were certainly legendary. Those were certainly legendary. That's the final level of God of War Ascension. That one is so underrated, God of War Ascension, because it was kind of like released at the end of the PS3's life cycle. Not a lot of people know it. The Trials of Archimedes, it's pretty much the hardest, the most difficult level ever in God of War. I think the isometric camera and the hack and slash nature of the original trilogy of God of War. Alright, at least now the quest is working. Finish that one, I guess. Ah, demonic magic. Okay. So the quests that we've been doing. Alright, we're beginning to get a bit of an incredibly interesting enemy variety. We've had some. This game has everything in terms of enemy variety. If I had to draw a comparison here, let's see if I can finish that one, I guess. Let me check the logbook, because I thought we would be able to access this secret area. The miners, that's probably two. We've done a lot today. We've done a lot. Alright. Convict hand, yeah, we are missing one. We're mine workers, alright. We need to kill one more. That quest got somehow back, but if I go to the area, I'll find the last arm that I'm looking for. I want to finish all of the quests here today, so we have the area clear. So we can go to the volcano and those secret areas. Alright. So, as I was mentioning, now that we've already analyzed all of the the influence of the elemental resistances on the gameplay mechanics, I've already been talking about it for 3 hours now, people. So, let's get into a bit of an off-topic, well, not off-topic, but related to video games. Now that I saw that reference to God of War, damn it. The isometric camera of God of War, before we get into that, hang on a second, I don't want to kill me. Yeah, this was a wrong turn. I shouldn't have come this way. Damn it. I shouldn't have come this way. Was through here. Ah, yeah, the local map. That should tell me. Yeah, through here. So far, as a conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, it's incredible how the game implements a second layer of complexity that adds a lot of abstract thinking to the gameplay mechanics, thanks to the active defense system of the relic system. There we go. Of the relic system. As I've been saying, most games, regardless of the fact if they are isometric action RPG games, MMORPG games, or classic RPG games, generally they create their elemental resistances stat system through the gear that the player loses. It's a completely passive way of doing so. It's a completely passive way of doing so. And somehow Sacred 2 manages to perfectly balance that in an active way. There we go. In an active way thanks to the relic system of the game. So yeah, it's an extra layer of complexity, and as I always say, complexity is always good for the gameplay mechanics because it adds abstract thinking to the player, and above that, as I've been telling you, as I've been explaining for 2 hours and a half, the gameplay mechanics are much richer thanks to the relic system of Sacred 2. It adds a second layer of complexity. Like, I have to actively, the player has to, I explained it very well, but the player has to actively counter in real time enemy attacks. Like, look at this, look at my resistances, see how they change according to the relic that I have to swiftly choose. So it's incredible because the developers solved the problem of passive stagnation of elemental resistances. Think about Hellgate London, think about World of Warcraft, think about any modern RPG that you've ever played, and think how passive elemental, specifically the elemental resistances stat system is. And well, there you have the comparison that I've been doing. Here, thanks to the relic system, it encourages the player to actively counter enemies, so the player doesn't have to, not only has to deal with not only has to worry about the attacks, the gameplay, the active gameplay mechanics themselves, but in this game they somehow made elemental resistances, they turned them from passive gameplay mechanics to active gameplay mechanics. Yeah, I mentioned that I looted a relic and those things, but it's incredible how the game solved that issue. Well, it's not an issue by itself. If you think about it, Borderlands has a lot of passive elemental resistances. The same goes for World of Warcraft, all RPGs. But it's incredible the degree of ingenuity and innovation that the developers of Sacred 2 invested here. Think about it. I can actively counter in real time the damage types of enemies. The game organically, naturally encourages the player to improve in a pretty subtle but effective way. Because if you don't have the resistances, the elemental resistances, you take more damage. But it forces the player to have reflex, pretty good reflex. It's not passive. I hope I didn't get out of hand. Sorry about the joke. Yeah, the joke is because we were collecting hands.
Never had any doubts.
Pretty much. What else? Alright, that's done. How can I access that secret area, the ghost village there? Oh well, you can see that we've cleared pretty much everything. We have the demonic magic there. We pretty much cleared everything. Killjoy, we have to turn that one in. I mean, we've been doing quests for 3 hours, we better reap the rewards. Let's see. Should be somewhere over here. Let me check them out. Yeah, there it is. So yes, essentially that's just to wrap it up, as a conclusion, I love, and I think it's a quite positive impact, because of the two reasons that I've said, people, on the game. Which Samantha? What have you brought to me? Rank with. So you desire rain, my friend. No problem. That won't take 2 minutes, sorry. Just give me that. Time crates, nuking,
What
yeah.
a glorious day for me. The Inquisition, I mean.
Ah, the quest goes on. And you have another quest there. Interesting. Interesting, let's follow the quest then. So yes, a conclusion, because of the two reasons that of the two arguments that I've mentioned, that a second layer of elemental resistances, the way the game handles elemental resistances, adds a second layer of complexity that is positive because of those two things. It adds to the abstract complexity of the gameplay mechanics because the player not only has to worry about just looting gear and my elemental resistances will be there, no worries at all. The elemental resistances will be there immediately, and that's it. And I don't have to worry about it anymore. It's through my loot, but rather you have to actively change through switch their relics. So yeah, pretty much. Angry Man Rackle. Did you get the herbs? Fantastic. There's nothing like a good plant. Now all I have to do is hide the musician's instrument and before I forget, here's
Everything goes as planned.
because of that. Alright. Oh dear, the spell has gone completely awry. That's what happens when you use magic for an ill purpose.
It is finished.
And that's it, people. That's it. We completed yet another quest. Oh yes, a conclusion that I want you to bring. Going back to God of War, going back a bit to my off topic. God of War had the isometric camera back then. Because of complexity and because, as I said, it encourages the player to improve. I love how it improves the abstract. Oh, we have a new quest over there. Let's go over there. I love it. So it's a great idea that I think this is the only game that I've seen implementing that. So in terms of off topics, yeah, I was mentioning. I think the isometric camera and the more hack and slash nature of the original God of War, I think it was much better. The original trilogy.
What is it?
Destroy the refugee camp and bring them in to my mind. We find and punish the escaped convicts. Very good. Yeah, we did this at the beginning of the stream. In a dungeon, there's another problem. Territory, have a refugee camp, and
You
we
have a debt to pay.
two birds with one stone. Alright, and that leads us right outside of Arthamak. Right outside of Arthamak. Alright, let's be swiftly about it. Don't worry, the other quest will disappear as we progress. Let me save just in case. Yeah, outside there. And we have another quest. There we go. There we go. Alright.
Dust, human. Victory. Here, you will find nothing but death.
There we go. Good. We have to turn in that one and leave us alone.
You dare to raise your hand against me?
And I have another objective there. Anyone else who wants to die? Let's see. No medic can help you. What's that?
Help me!
Are we done? Please stop, we give up, we'll come with you to the mine, just stop
That
beating
was
us.
almost too easy.
Okay, that was easy. Ah, don't tell me that I could choose. Because there was another objective now. What the? There we
You
go.
have some nerve, human.
Alright, I need to bring them over there. To bring them over there. Sorry, I didn't know that I could save them. I would have. Let's bring those guys over here. Go. No need to kill my mount. There's no need for that. So yeah, the original God of War trilogy was much better. As I see it. What the? It was the other one. What's going on in here? Now it's that one. Are they connected? What's that? When, how, why? Why are they connected? Are they connected? Am I stupid? Ah yeah, it was this. Oh well, we didn't explore this section of the map. Okay, this was the mine. I love how my spider is following me and I cannot jump. I cannot ride it. Alright, there we go. Hey, how's it going, people? Very good, new colleges. I was told you were coming and was asked to give you this. Go talk to the mine owner if you're in the mall.
That was almost too
Okay,
easy.
there we go. Hey. At least there are no monsters in here. I'm exploring this place. There seems to be a lot of loot. And I think this is it for today, people. Because... I mean... Two-handed, no. Two-handed as well. Damn it. I don't know, those are legendary good. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it's been my pleasure. Today we could analyze the influence of the elemental stat system. And as the off topic, I was gonna mention that, yeah, the asymmetry camera of the original God of War trilogy was much better. It gave you a much more organized view of the battleground, and it was much more frenetic and incredible. So yeah. Pretty good. It's much more frenetic, the original trilogy, the original God of War trilogy. So yeah. Oh well, I'm happy that we could analyze the elemental stat systems today, and that we could complete pretty much all of the quests.